Hey guys, on this week's episode of Travel with Rick, my friend Mark and I, we're here at Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival. Yeah, that's the one, and we're going to tell you all about it. Stick around. Hi, I'm Rick Howard, president of Kingdom Magic Vacations. In my job, I get to travel a lot. I explore the world on land and sea, eating in unique restaurants and discovering interesting locations. I'm always looking for new places to visit, and I want you to travel with me. Welcome to Travel with Rick. Hey guys, it's cool, Mark.
Feels great out here.
It is nice, and you know, it's so good to be back at Epcot, and there's, well, it's not wine, but there's food.
We got food, we got some gin.
Yeah, we got gin, and it's springtime. Oh, wait a minute, it's not fall, so it can't be Food and Wine Festival. Oh,
it's
yeah.
Mini Food and Wine.
Yeah, Flower and Garden Festival. That's what it is.
Even though it's bigger than Food and Wine, there's a number of days.
It
90
is.
days, 90 days this year.
And you know, they extended food. God, I get something mixed up.
Both are extended.
They extended Food and Wine Festival this year, but it still doesn't compare to the length of this thing. You're right.
90 days. 90
and I tell
days.
you, this whole park is just, it's brightened up with color and everything, and this is what we're here for, guys. The Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot International. This year it is Fresh Epcot.
Fresh Epcot. That's the hashtag.
That's the hashtag, Fresh Epcot.
Fresh Epcot.
So if you guys are thinking about coming out, it's a great time to be here. Lots of booths around. You guys have already been around.
We've hit a couple. We've hit a couple already. Here through May 30th. Not me. I'm not here through May 30th, but the festival's running through May 30th this year. So 90 days this year, all of March, April, and May.
Yep, you got plenty of time to get out here, plenty of time to enjoy this great food. Today, right now, we're at Florida Fresh.
Florida Fresh.
Fine local
We're in
produce.
Florida, we had to start with the local stuff.
I think so. And you know, when you said shrimp and grits, it just was something I had to check out.
In the South, we eat it in the morning for breakfast. We eat it for dinner at night. It's kind of like anytime.
It's a staple. It
anytime food down here.
Works pretty much anytime. And then we got a kale salad.
Kale salad, dried cherries, almonds, goat cheese, and a white balsamic vinaigrette.
It's looking pretty good. And then we got cucumbers and watermelons. What's up with that?
Where was that? The watermelon cucumber slush with Hendrick's Gin.
Hendrick's Gin. Looks pretty good.
The kale salad, obviously vegan. There's nothing else in there. It's the vegan and gluten-free. If you get your passport, they're doing it just like the Food and Wine Festival with your passport, get your stamps and all that fun stuff. But they're marking everything what's vegan, gluten-free. Also, obviously that is. The shrimp and grits is gluten-free, obviously not vegan with the shrimp in it. And it also has, I believe, andouille sausage.
Really cool. All right.
So what are you hitting?
Well, I tried that Hendrick's Gin thing right there. A lot of cucumber flavor, really good. It's really nice and fresh. Love the gin.
Like going to the spa.
Yeah, just like going to the spa. I feel healthier already, folks, to tell you the truth. But now I'm going to try some of this shrimp and a little grit. What is
a grit? How do you cook a grit?
I don't know. Go watch My Cousin Vinny. That's hilarious. I don't care who you are. That's a funny movie.
That's pretty good, that goat cheese. A lot of people don't like goat cheese.
I love goat cheese.
Or they have something in their head about, oh, it's goat cheese.
Right.
I like it. It's good.
That's good. Here, I'll switch with you. All right. Put that over there. Let you try that. I'm going to jump into some of this kale. My wife has me eating more and more kale these days. My daughter loves kale.
So,
thanks, Sarah, for helping out with the video.
Before you move on here, we'll go ahead and take that bite. Mm-hmm. As Southerners, what do you think about the grits here?
Well, they're a little sticky, I gotta admit.
A little sticky, not bad. I've definitely had worse at restaurants in the South. He's back in the salad.
That is really good, actually. Goat cheese is awesome. There's a little bit of almond in there. The cranberries give it a little bit of sweetness. Just really, really, really nice. And looks like some shredded cabbage in there or something, maybe. I'm not sure. What do you think about this?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's definitely a refreshing. It's not like a heavy drink.
Cherries. Oh, it's a watermelon chunk. Okay, look at there. Nice big watermelon chunk in there.
Oh yeah, that's the watermelon cucumber slush. Might be a cucumber in there.
I don't see any cucumber. Definitely taste it. All right, well, we're going to move on. We're going to take you around to a couple other marketplaces, and in keeping with our theme from last year, since it is Flower and Garden Festival, I'm going to be sure to point out a few of my favorite flowers. So as we go along, all right? It's going to be awesome. All right, you can take it. Help yourself. All right, so while he takes that chair, we're going to go ahead and move on and enjoy some other things around the the Flower and Garden Festival. So hang out. We'll be right back. Well, hey guys, we are here at the Smokehouse, right, Mark?
One of my favorites.
I tell you what, this is a favorite every year for sure.
We're hitting the South first today.
Absolutely, you know, we're eating good old cold food. We've got burnt ends and hash. If you guys don't know what burnt ends are, I'm telling you, that's the best part of the brisket, right? I mean,
It's the end.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the end. A little bit thinner. It's kind of thick at one end and it kind of tapers off at the other end, so it gets more done.
Yeah.
And then they kind of cut that off, throw it in the pan, little sauce, and throw it back in the smoker a second time. So it's kind of like a twice baked potato.
Right. Throw a little jalapeno on there. That's looking pretty good. I like that.
We both love the jalapeno.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then this slider, I mean, this is
Slider.
It's a slider on steroids, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you know, sliders are like that.
I think of a
This
crystal,
is-
a little mini burger.
Yeah, this thing is like
piled.
You know, this is huge. And you know, another tip there to my cousin Benny. We walked up and they had one choice of wine, the red. So
Guess we'll have the wine.
Yeah, we'll have the wine.
We'll have the
you know?
wine.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go watch my cousin Benny. You'll love it. All right, so I put some of the hot sauce on here, the hot barbecue
hot?
sauce. No, well, over here on the side, I've got the Carolina. So if you
Okay.
want to dip a little bit in that,
All right.
so I give us a little option there. I'm going to jump right into this slider.
And so I guess that part of that senility thing's kicking in again. I don't remember, I think it had onions on it last year, but I don't remember it being like chopped up the way it is. I don't remember how it was last year,
Yeah.
but it's like a pile of crispy fried onions.
Yeah, and they've got some slaw or something too this year, right? I think, or no, am I saying that wrong?
Let's see, it was, yes,
Looks like
pulled
some
pig
slaw.
slider with crispy onions and coleslaw.
Nice.
As a barbecue sandwich should have some slaw on it.
Should have some slaw on it, absolutely.
Oh, there it
That's
is.
pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I like that Carolina. I gotta say, I like that Carolina almost as well as I do the hot.
I am not prejudiced. I'm an equal opportunity barbecue sauce user. I like them all. The vinegar, mustard, the
any
ketchup
of them.
paste.
Right.
Love all of them.
Any
They
kind of
all,
sauce,
they all
right?
have a place.
But
in
you
my
gotta
heart.
start with good barbecue, though,
Gotta
right?
start
You
with
can't,
good barbecue.
you can't make bad barbecue good with sauce.
Can't cover it up with the sauce. Can't fake it.
But you
And-
can ruin good barbecue with too much sauce,
And it was
too,
one of
right?
the things we said last year that you know, you walk up this booth and you think, oh, it's Disney, they're just mass producing some meat here.
Right.
They've got a proper barbecue cooker over there, a big
Right.
smoker over
Big
there.
smoker. Full-time
Full of
attention
meat,
to that
full
thing.
of meat,
Yep.
and a guy over there taking care of it. What do you
That's
think of
pretty
the
awesome.
sandwich?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm going to try some of this burnt-in hash here because, you know, I should. Right. Oh, good.
So it's beef brisket burnt-ends hash with white cheddar fondue and pickled jalapenos,
Yeah, man.
which is like what you typically have in a jar when you get a jalapeno.
Right. Jalapeno should be pickled.
What do you think there?
That's good. My goodness, that's good. All right, try a little of the red. Got that jalapeno, it's got a little kick. What do you think?
I love the burger, the slider.
Yep.
I like the crunch of the onion. So, you know, we had a burger somewhere back home the other day. It had those humongous fried onions on it.
Okay.
That are impossible to eat. I like the chopped up. That's pretty good. I like that. It adds a little texture to the sandwich.
That's really good. And if we didn't say it, I know we keep saying slider. This is a pulled pork slider. Really good. Wow. Here, you try the red?
How about the burnt ends? I know last year,
Oh, I dig it. It's tender. It's not tough. A lot of flavor. I definitely got a little heat from one of those jalapenos. I like that. And that fondant, what you said, cheddar cheese fondant?
it was a
Man, that's so good.
white cheddar fondue.
Yeah, that is so good. All right, so that we did not get the ribs, but the ribs are pretty good. You said you had those too, right?
Chris, my wife, had the ribs yesterday. We kind of snuck over yesterday before you got here. Had to try some ribs.
Do some early research,
Some
right?
recon, yeah. So we tried the ribs.
Well, I tell you, 2 thumbs up for me on that slider. Really good. I love the hash. I think the hash is better for, you know, this serving, this portion, better than I had last year. Really like that a lot. And, you know, the red, it's red. It's good. It's great American red. It goes good with this. It's meat and red wine, so it works out good. Well, Mark, I think while we finish this up, we're going to go scout out another location. We'll bring you guys along. Got some more stuff to find here at the Flower and Garden Festival, or Mini Food and Wine Festival as we're making it.
And beer.
and beer. Cheers. We'll see you at the next movie. So you got some nice music going on in Canada, but that's not what we're eating.
Tapping.
Yeah. It's not
Not off kilter.
it's not off kilter, but it ain't chainsaws either.
But it ain't lumberjacks and chainsaws.
Right,
So
right. So
a little easier
it's-
on the ear.
It's pretty good. But we are having Cider House, which, as you mentioned, during food and wine times, this would be
Ireland.
Yeah.
So we'd be waiting for the cooler time of the year to come and get the fisherman's lobster pie.
Yeah, you're so right. That's hard to eat when it's warm.
It's hard
Well,
to eat in September when we're shooting some of the early episodes. It's awesome come late October, November when it's cool out.
Good hearty
come
food.
here in the evening, it's a little
Yeah.
chilly out. I
Perfect.
love that. But it's nice out today, so we're going lighter. Travel with Rick's going light with the salads today.
We're
there's
being conscious.
There is a half marathon going on this weekend. We're not running it, but
No, we're not.
We're eating salads instead.
That's right.
It's got to be the same.
We're sporting the crew. So you mentioned that it is Cider House. So there's lots of ciders
A
here.
lot of ciders here. We have a pear cider.
Chris got the
We
raspberry.
tried
one.
the not raspberry, blueberry.
Blueberry, sorry.
There's a black cherry cider, and
like
then there's
Oh,
a
came
cider
back.
flying
Here you go.
in
Chris,
from
try,
the side.
Try this one then. You like that one? We'll switch. That's how we roll on Travel with Rick.
So it's all things cider here at the Cider House.
You have that one.
Thank you.
It's all good.
Thank you.
And then we got corned beef.
We got corned beef. It's keeping with the theming here.
I guess so. In the UK,
in
you know.
the UK, things aren't. We say every year, things aren't countries here. But they're kind of themed like a country. So
yeah.
it's not like food and wine where it's Ireland, England, France. But
Yeah.
it's kind of in the spirit of the area.
And keep in mind, we're kind of twisting this festival for our own uses and purposes and needs, but this is really not a food and wine festival.
It's
This
not,
truly is a flower and garden festival, but we're just thankful that they've added a feature of food and wine to it. Right?
Exactly. It seems to be kind of growing just like food and wine is growing.
Yeah.
It's growing as well, growing in time, growing in offerings, new booths every year.
Sure. And the topiaries are growing. I mean, right there is Pooh and Tigger, and well, not Tigger, Pooh and
We got Tigger
Eeyore.
over here.
Yeah, we got Tigger right there. So yeah, just beautiful topiaries. Like we said at the beginning, this park is just alive with color and flowers, and there's just so much to see. And there's a butterfly garden exhibit. I'm sure there's lots of horticulture things going on.
There's tours.
I'm sure there must be.
There's specialty tours. We saw one earlier this morning before the festival opens. So just like typically the front of Epcot, Future World is open before the World Showcase.
Yeah.
They were already doing some of the tours, so there were people coming out, and we saw the guides and all the tourists. The tour followers had their little earpieces listening to the guide, and he had like a pull behind box that had flower and garden stickers. So he was kind of talking about flower and garden stuff. So what are we trying here? We got corned beef, keeping with the theme here of the UK, the Isles here.
And this is so that's a pear cider brined shredded corned beef with braised cabbage and pears and Branston dressing.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
Before you eat it.
Before you even eat it. And then we have a land harvested field greens with apples, dried blueberries, Stilton cheese, and apple cider vinaigrette.
So they're working the cider even into the recipes.
Yeah. And so I'm going to jump right into this and see what this is like. Hey, because we're all about healthy eating here on Travel with Rick.
Corned beef and kraut here,
Sometimes,
or
yeah.
corned beef and cabbage. I mean,
Wow, this is really good. I'm getting some great ideas for salads at home here. Got the little blueberries down there on the bottom. We'll grab a couple of those puppies. There we go. Awesome.
just think about that. How's it
Very
compared?
good.
How's it compared to the one we had over at Florida Fresh?
Well, it's a little different. I like the apples and the dried blueberries, but it's very similar. Nice, fresh spring summer salad. Really, really good. I love the dressing on it. I love the blueberries. I love the crunch of the apple in it. Really good. Really tasty. What'd you think of this corned beef, man?
What's not to like about about shredded meat?
Right, shredded meat with cabbage. Awesome.
That's good. It's not what I had pictured. I guess in the old days of food and wine, they used to have like a little display under a little dome so you could see everything. They don't do that anymore and haven't in a few years. So I kind of wish you could see this because it's not what I envisioned, because we walked by it yesterday and I thought, I'm not really into corned beef. I was kind of envisioning a big hunk of corned beef.
Right. Yeah, I
and
almost
thinking
thought,
in the heat, I wouldn't want that.
Well, I was kind of thinking it might be on a sandwich too, because you know
Right.
we didn't, you know, like you said, we didn't really know until we got it, but it was really, really good. A little bit of dressing that's on that. I guess
That
that's
was
like
at,
so it says a
was it?
Branston dressing, but I think it's kind of like a Thousand Island kind of thing.
No,
just to
that's
give
the
you-
Stilton vinaigrette, apple cider vinaigrette
That's on your salad.
on the salad.
Yeah, so
Oh,
here
there.
we've got the
That-
Branston dressing,
right,
which is
that's
I think a little bit like a Thousand Island. So we've almost got like a deconstructed Reuben here, basically
There you
without the
go.
bread, pretty much, right?
You could roll it up in a little bowl and
It's really good. The cabbage is awesome, and I love that Thousand Island. But what comes out is that pear. I just love that pear on the topping on there. It's really good. And if my pear cider hadn't have disappeared, I think it might have gone good with this. But this one's going to be just as well because it goes with the blueberries and that. So see there, it worked.
maybe you should swap. Do the blueberry with that and
There you
pear,
go.
the pear with the
I think
blueberry.
that's what we're doing. I don't think that cider has a long shelf life over there, man.
We also tried. Chris had the which has been like we walked in the
did.
International Gateway, and so the UK's right here. First booth you hit. First thing that we saw on the menu was that cheddar biscuit. We think, Red Lobster cheddar biscuits.
Right.
Has a salmon tartare.
We've got a little bit of remnant here.
Got a little bit left over. But what'd you think about that?
I loved it.
It's a cold salmon tartare with that cheddar biscuit.
Love it.
What was on it? But house-made potato and cheddar cheese biscuit with smoked salmon tartare.
Love that. Love the biscuit. The cheddar biscuit's got a great flavor to it. The salmon, the smoked salmon is really, really good. So big fan of salmon myself. So yeah, it's really good. What do you think of that with the pear? You picking up some of that? Really good, right?
I was just thinking, which one would I if I was going to tell somebody to come back and eat? Man, that cabbage is good in this, and I can't believe I'm recommending the biscuit last.
Right.
Not putting anything down about the biscuit,
But this is a good dish.
but it's all good. But
yeah.
I guess with this day, it's not hot, but it's just warm out. This corned beef feels lighter to me, and it goes well with the day.
Love
And the
that
salad.
Yeah, I love that salad. I love the apple and the blueberry in that salad.
What do you think about that cider?
I love it, actually. I'm glad we switched because I like this one better than the pear. And this one is the blueberry, right?
Right.
Or is it the black cherry? Oh, you got the blueberry. Okay.
Keeling Curly Madman Blueberry Hard Cider
Right,
from
and then
Plant City.
Yeah, and then there's a Mackenzie Black Cheddar Hard Cider. Is that all
Black
of our
cherry,
ciders?
black cherry hard cider, which
Yep.
is the only one. No, the pear is from California. The black cherry is from New York, but the rest of them here are all local from Florida, Tampa, and such. Lots of fresh local stuff here. That is their hashtag this year, Fresh Epcot.
Fresh Epcot.
So
Could be
lots of-
Florida fresh, yeah.
Lots of lighter green. Got our salads, but lighter local stuff here.
I'm feeling great about this festival this year. I think I might come back. What do you think?
Tomorrow, maybe.
yeah, no kidding. All right. Well, I tell you, I think for our first episode this year for Flower and Garden Festival, in my head, every time I want to say food and wine. So for the first for Flower and
Mini
Garden,
food and wine.
I think that you got as a guest on the show, you got to pick of the marketplaces, right?
I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
I think these are some of the best things. I'm torn now to say what I was thinking. What I was going to say was the best. I love the shrimp and grits, but then I like the burnt-in hash a little bit more than that. But now I'm thinking maybe that might be the pick of the day right there. That
corned beef?
the corned beef. It's pretty good.
What about the pulled pork slider?
Well,
Slider.
Yeah. See. Okay. So if I had to rank them, it would be shrimp and grits at the bottom. The slider here. Then probably the burnt-in hash, and then I think I'm going to put that right there at the top for today. And that right there being the corned beef.
And I remember last year I shot that episode with you. The burn-ins weren't
wasn't
quite
crazy.
quite up to par last year.
I wasn't crazy about it, but this year I loved it.
And we did have them more than once, so it wasn't like a bad pull that we got that time.
Yeah.
But I agree. The burn-ins were good this year.
Yeah.
I've had them twice, and but I haven't had a bad meal yet here.
No, everything today was really, really good. That's why I say I think as a guest you scored probably the best marketplaces.
Get here early.
We're gonna try to get in one more episode this season for sure, because there are some good marketplaces left. There's one near Mexico. We've got the equivalent of the dirt booth. Yeah, we've got one near China. We've got one near Japan. So we've got a lot of stuff that
Without sushi though.
without sushi. Yeah, it's gonna be a
There's
It'll be a little
fruit
interesting. But we have a lot more stuff to tell you about, a lot more stuff to try. So either we're going to have to get you back, we're going to have to get me back, or we're going to get somebody else back to try some more of this food. But I think that's going to wrap us up for today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with a few of my favorite flowers, though, because it wouldn't be Flower and Garden Festival if I didn't take you around and show you that one, and there's a couple over there that I really dig, and come on.
There was one way over there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I want to take you over there and show you that one because I really like it a lot. So don't go anywhere. There's more to come.
Oh, it is?
Cheers.
All right.
Oh yeah, nice. Good. Well, hey guys, thanks a lot for watching this week's show. We're here at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Actually, this is Jumbo House, and yeah, it's two real giraffes walking out there on the savannah. This happens to be a savannah view, which gives you, you guessed it, a savannah view, and there are live animals right around. This morning, zebras right out there. Wildebeest. Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's a great place to stay. We just want to take a minute and remind you, if you have not done so, up there in the upper right hand corner, drop in your email address. That way you'll be signed up for our feed. You'll be the first to know whenever we put something new here on Travel with Rick. If you really want to find out what's going on, check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/travelwithrick. That's where we put our question of the week, as well as you can interact with other Travel with Rick friends, find out where we're going, where we've been, and what we think about some of the places we visited. Also, if you're on iTunes or YouTube, yeah, of course, we've got channels for you over there as well. Subscribe to them if you wish, and be sure to rate us if you consume those types of media. We'd really appreciate it. Well, listen, you never know where we're going to be next week. We could be right back here in Orlando or halfway around the world. So check us out right back here, find out where we're going next. So long, everybody.